kind of like around the Barstool network. A lot of it coming out of the Chicago dog walk and draft and all that shit. They did the wedding draft, which was like one song, one food, one dance, one good thing, one bad thing. You know how they do it. And obviously the music was a big part of it.
I mean, it was. I through the powers of deduction, I've learned. I believe it was Cons was team 1, and it is like Cons. It is the. I look at all the dog walk drafts. Mm-hmm. It is like Cons got to pick everything single one before
in order. Really,
I've never seen it as this big. He got the best pick in every single category.
So let's see. Team 1, number 1, Shout.
That's best song.
Yes. Number 2 for best hors d'oeuvre is Crab Cake.
Which isn't. I would have gone Beef Wellington there, but Crab Cake's a solid choice as well.
Veteran move, tipping the bartender early.
That is
fantastic.
The vet move.
Worst thing, wedding entrances.
The worst thing.
And last thing is best tradition, the planned after party.
Yeah, like the rented bar or something like that.
Which I don't know if I would call that a tradition, but that's just a great move.
Yeah.
I think that's we're a little loose on the idea of tradition there. I feel like tradition is like throwing the fucking bouquet and like,
that
those
stinks.
Things
but actually,
like that.
I honestly don't know if I've ever been to a wedding where they did that.
Yeah, he dominated. If that's him.
Yeah.
Cons, yeah.
He replied to I said it looks like Team 1 did my move where they just walk in with only first rounders, and Cons replied, if that dude's having a wedding, it's one I'd want to be at.
Got it. So yeah, that's him.
That makes you think.
So the other songs.
He also, I saw a lot of people saying he might have just shot himself in the foot with that.
With his own wedding?
Yeah, well, no, because admitting like that it's him, like they.
Oh, they're not going to vote for him?
Oh, because you're not going to vote for him?
No. They ban people for that shit. Like, dog. If you tell people like this is mine, vote for me.
I think with Cons it works backwards. I think he's costing himself votes.
Yeah, he's not going to win. He is no longer going to win, but he can be like, I won this shit, you know?
I think it's such a blowout, he'll still win. But I think Cons outing himself would cost himself votes.
It absolutely would. Like, same thing with me. If I ever told people that it was me, I would lose votes, no doubt. So the songs were in order. The number 1 overall pick, Shout. The number 5 overall pick, Living on a Prayer. Then you skip all the way to 10, 11. Then the 12th pick, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And then much, much later, I Don't Want to Go Home.
That's Chief, because Chief blogged it, which also is outing himself. Like, Chief blogged that earlier in the day. So
what is I Don't Want to Go Home?
It's a song I hadn't heard of either. And he says in the blog most people haven't heard of it. It's a very good song.
It's a bad pick.
It's a very, yeah. It's a I think that was his last pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a pick you kind of tell one of those ones where you want to tell a story because this is a cool story. It's like they play it the last song at all his family weddings or something like that. Got it. But it's a good song.
And then the very last pick for song was At Last by Etta James, I think it is. At last, my man has come home, right?
I don't know that one. I honestly don't. The only wedding song I would ever be able to name is Shout.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there's like a wedding.
Shout is the number 1 overall wedding song. Period. Stop. That's it. And you're right. That's the only like wedding song. Right. You know, there's other songs that are good to play at a wedding, but wedding song.
My question to you is this too: was that considered? It was always always a hit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But Wedding Crashers put that into another gear.
Probably. It probably was already happening, and then they did it, and then it became a thing. Clem has a very funny blog. Clem missed Shout at his own wedding. He was in the bathroom, and there's a.
I thought he was taking pictures. Isn't he
he said he was taking a piss.
Oh, they maybe I think he maybe said one time like, it's me. Here's a picture of me like hearing Shout come on.
Yeah, no.
So maybe he was leaving the bathroom.
He made it back to the dance floor and they were like Shout because he made it back for like the tail end, and people were like, "Come on!" And it was like it's too late. And there's a picture of him, a gif of him in a incredibly oversized suit tux. I don't know. I mean, he didn't even come close to getting that thing tailored. Just going like, oh my god. And apparently Shout's like a really big deal to him and his family. So I don't know. If that doesn't summarize life as the groom at your wedding, like nobody would ever do something without the bride, like a big moment like that. They were just like, we'll do the biggest moment of all without the groom. I don't know. Where is he? Who cares? Fucking A.
Did my sister's wedding recently, they did a little bit louder now. Like now they did towards the end of the night. I think that is the best time to do it. I think that's an argument as well.
These are the things we need to. Yes, we have a couple debates here to have.
It was like kind of like started off the last third. Like it kind of kicked off the last run of the night. But we started dancing right away, and we never stopped. And so kicking on the last third, you've been dancing for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We've been dancing for a long ass time. and he did the little bit quiet. He did that twice.
Oof. So you had to go down.
That second,
up,
that
down,
second time,
Oof.
bro. I was like, I got
low?
like this low. I was
No,
I'm not getting any.
There are
further.
times if I get low, I'm not coming back up.
The first time I was fucking mopping the floor with my ass because I had sprayed beer everywhere. But it was like once you fucking start doing.
See, okay, so Shout is the number one song. It's the only true wedding song in my mind. And there was first a debate that Chief said you should lead off with Shout to get everyone going.
This is a guy who doesn't know how to get a party started. This is Wallflower Ed. Doesn't appreciate people getting up on the dance floor early and often. I want people out there. I want people feeling good. Shout gets that done. It's like going with your ace in the first game.
I mean, that's so wrong on so many levels, and everything you just said is why. You empty the tank, and you do things like you spray beer, you throw people in the air, you rip your shirt off, you take your tie off, and then if you do that at the beginning, like, the dance floor's a wreck. You're a sweaty mess. You
haven't eaten dinner yet.
Right. I mean,
usually
I understand the idea of coming in hot, but you do that with another song.
Yeah.
You know? I think what you got to do, I don't even think it's the last third. I think it's like the third to last song. I think you maybe have like a slower song or maybe something sentimental to you, but I think it's like you know how the penultimate episode of TV is often the best one before the finale. That's what Shout should be.
See, but that's kind of because the songs are so brief. That's kind of what it is. I'm not exactly my science of last third, but
how much time do you think should be after Shout?
15, 20 minutes.
Oh, I was gonna say 10 to 15. Okay. So yeah, same idea. Probably more like 10, because I think it should be if Shout ends and it's like get the fuck out because the open bar is over and our time at the venue is over and all that kind of shit. That's not good either. You want to be able to like almost laugh and talk about Shout a little bit, get one more drink, whatever. So you play a couple more songs after that, but it's got to be the end. It's the grand finale. It's the like we might break some shit. And, you can't.
Again, I did mine as spraying beer, and then guess what? That makes the dance floor really slippery.
Right. People
started falling, like old people started falling.
Right away.
Fast. And my dad, Mr. Insurance, was like, "What happened here?" And I was like, "I don't know.
Couldn't be me." You want people to, it takes people a little while to dance. Like you can't do Shout sober and tight. You got to dance, loosen up. So it comes at the end, no doubt. That's the first debate to be had. The second debate, also from Chief, is that no wedding band, only wedding DJ. This is more lunacy.
I can't even begin to. Actually, could you pull up his blog? Because I guess people said his blog made more sense.
No. There's only one argument. I don't care. The only thing he can say that has any merit is that sometimes a band can't play a song. Now let me qualify here. You have to have a good band.
Yeah, right.
Like, yes, shitty bands are a problem, and the DJ is always going to be. You can also have a shitty DJ, by the way.
Oh,
that's a problem too. So, mostly exclusively they are bad. Usually,
exclusively bad.
Right.
If you're a wedding DJ,
you're pretty fucking bad. Yeah.
That is.
Think about just any other time you want to enjoy music, like when you go to the people used to make fun of the Blackout Tour and Dante being like, it's just a laptop that you press play, because when you go to like a concert you want to see like a show and like you watch them perform and all that, and that's what makes it awesome. You get a little taste of that at your fucking wedding. That is what is great about it. Like anybody can just DJ, but you want to have like. And again, I
don't think anybody can. Anybody can wedding DJ.
Anybody can play
music.
Anybody can. I'm saying again, it has to be good. Where you want to have the guy who like my guy was like walking out through the crowd at one point, hyping it up and making jokes and all that shit.
Before Shout, they this guy had my sister redo the vows with her husband, and it was he's like, and now you take your beloved's hand, and it was we were like, we should have fucking canceled church. We all fucking renounce Catholicism
for this dude.
This guy's our guy. It was fucking unbelievable. A band can provide electricity, feed off electricity. A DJ, a wedding DJ. Yes, you go to fucking Lollapalooza.
Sure.
You see a real
You're doing
good
like blends
DJ.
and mixes and shit.
Right.
But this guy, you have to pick the right songs in the right order and all that shit. There's a science to it. But a band is like gonna provide your own unique twist to it, and it's gonna be a spectacle. Now let's read what he
Wedding
says.
bands stink even when they're all right. I mean,
Wedding bands stink even when they're great. I mean, listen, I don't want to, I don't know what. What people's budgets are. I don't know what kind of weddings people have been to. Like, we emptied the fucking tank on my wedding band. It was very expensive. She had, like, the lead singer had, like, radio hits. She was, like, a real singer. And it was fucking incredible. Like, playing songs that, like, sound exactly like this. He was saying, like, nobody can sing like Whitney. And it was like, well, this girl came pretty fucking damn close.
Dude,
so,
when
like,
I'm fucking 6-7 beers deep just ripping up a floor.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like Whitney Houston up there. As long as a good singer,
it
I'm
doesn't
good.
matter,
Right.
yeah. And if you get some people with like horns and trombones and shit, it's like a whole fucking experience. Let's see what he's saying though. Wedding bands play.
Yeah, like you said, dental hygienist. Well, no, you hire a wedding
Yeah,
band.
don't have a shitty.
Right.
We went to.
I'm not having my fucking aunt come sing.
We
You
went
hire
to
a wedding band.
auditions. We went to like a spot in the city where like other couples were, and it was in like a studio,
They're
and
like
all these
fucking
bands
live bidding?
played. But it was honestly, it felt like Taken. It really did feel like Taken. You're bidding on the virgins. The Isley Brothers and Lou Bega. I'll admit there's a certain panache to a wedding with a live band. Yeah,
Way fancier,
exactly.
yeah.
It's way fancier. It's classier. It's cooler. It's like when you go to a rap concert and people are like, oh, it's like there's not much to see. You go to a rock concert and you see them all playing live instruments. It's a fucking thing. I'm not seeing anything in this blog that makes it better in theory than in practice. I just think, unfortunately, Chief has not been to a good wedding band.
Is this the whole blog right here?
Rico confirmed that live bands can't
Yeah,
play
that's
levels.
the whole blog.
Like,
someone said, "Oh, this is the problem with the goddamn fucking internet." I saw Chief quote tweet one person who said, "We read the blog, you changed my mind." No, Chief, that argument stinks.
I bet you, by the way, a live version of levels you can do in a way. Like, I bet you can get a guitar riff going and you can do it, and it's like, then it becomes fucking awesome. Because that's the point, is when you do things like that, like when all of a sudden, like, Get Low is played by a band, it's like, oh, what? They're doing, like, something that shouldn't be on the guitar, and in a live band that is, and then it becomes fucking awesome.
But
you could do
also-
levels with a fucking band.
Also, bands take breaks. That's when you play the songs that bands can't play.
Right.
Okay,
Sure.
Band takes a little break for fucking desserts. I saw them have a little cup of coffee. It is. I've been to weddings with DJs. I've been to weddings with bands. It is so
Not even
clear, so far and away, band, that I don't even really know. I don't even think I presented an argument here.
I know.
It's just
A Chief
clearly
said so.
band.
It's like Chief is saying a couple dumb things that we have to argue. If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like, hit that bell icon.